How are you coming with the Slauson account?
I give up. We haven't got one single venture that Slauson would be interested in.
Makes me furious. Why can't he let us put his money in something safe and sane?
Oh, what a character. If it isn't some wildcat scheme, he isn't interested.
Yeah, and look at the luck he's had. Every crazy thing he's gone in for has made money.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Margie.
Hi, Mr. Honeywell.
Morning, Margie. If you get any ideas, I'll be in my office.
Okay, Mr. Honeywell.
Trouble, Pappy?
Nothing to bother you, honey. What's up?
Well, I don't get my allowance for 3 days.
Your allowance. Margie, it's the same thing every month. There's the door.
Hello, door. Not my allowance.
Absolutely no.
Dad.
Margie, it's about time that you learn to appreciate money.
Oh, I do appreciate it. Give me some and watch my eyes light up. Oh, you don't understand, Dad. It isn't for myself. It's for charity. This came in the mail this morning.
Dear Miss Albright, Miss Margaret Albright, this is to remind you of your pledge to donate $25 to our current drive.
It's a wonderful organization, Dad. They give free milk to underprivileged school kids and stuff like that.
Oh, well, that's different. I'm proud of you, honey.
Well, thanks, Dad.
Now, wait a second. This is our third reminder. If you have decided to withdraw your pledge, you promised to send them $25 and they had to send you 3 reminders?
Well, every time I get my allowance, I mean to send the money, Dad, but I always forget it until I'm practically broke.
And you call that charity. You make a pledge and then expect me to supply the money. Margie, I'm ashamed of you. Charity is something that comes from the heart, something that you have to make a sacrifice for.
You're right, Dad. I'll really do something charitable to make it up.
Well, that's more like my little Margie.
Hey, I know what I'll do. I just thought of a way to find the most deserving person in the whole city.
Now, wait a minute, Margie. You always go overboard in these things. Maybe you'd better forget about charity. I'll do the donating for both of us.
No deal. You said you were ashamed of me. I'm gonna do it. And with my own money.
Margie, tell me, what have you got in mind?
You'll know in about 2 or 3 days. Bye, Dad.
I wonder what she's going to do. Oh, what am I worried about? Nobody can cause trouble just doing something charitable. But I'll bet Margie can.
Close the door, Freddie.
Known it was you, you clumsy lunk.
Sorry, Mr. Albright. I didn't know you were there.
Oh, forget it. What have you got there?
Well, I think Margie wants to tell you about that herself.
Hi, Dad. This is it.
It? Letters. I don't understand.
Will you see, Mr. Albright? I'm fine, Mr.
First you almost break my nose, then you almost break my back. What a character.
Oh, no, Dad. Oh, Dad.
Honey, give him up, please. Give him up.
Oh, he's all right. Let me show you the letters. Take a look at my ad.
Your ad?
Right there, the circled one.
Private party will help deserving person. What is your problem? Right box 77, Herald News. Oh, no, Margie. Why do you always have to overdo things?
Oh, what's wrong? Here are people who need help, and instead of helping them through some organization, I can do it directly. What's wrong with that?
Honey, with an ad like that, you'll attract every crank and crackpot in the country. There's no telling who you might get mixed up with.
Well, you say charity comes from the heart. Okay, this is the way my heart told me to do things.
Oh, you crazy little angel.
I knew you'd approve.
I didn't say I approved, but I did say you're a little angel.
I'm surprised we got so many.
Don't say we. This is your operation.
Want to hear it?
I can hardly wait.
Dear friend, I could use some money. I am flat broke. I will pay back as soon as I get a job. I am really broke. I have not worked for 8 years.
He'll pay you back when he gets a job.
Must you always make fun of everything I try?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey, but this. Well, you just read them and you'll find out that your old pappy knows what he's talking about.
Mr. Albright. Mr. Albright.
What do you want?
Well, you usually get over our little difficulties pretty quick, and Margie did invite me to dinner, so if you...
Go home!
Yes, sir. I wasn't hungry anyway.
Hey, Dad! I heard from a friend where there's supposed to be a sunken treasure. It is in 4,000 feet of water, which presents a problem. We got a second-hand diving bell, but what we need is a piece of chain 4,000 feet long. We also need a boat, one big enough to float 4,000 feet of chain. If you are not interested in the buried treasure proposition at the present time, we have another deal for you. How would you like to get in on the ground floor of the live bait business? Hey, Dad, listen to this. Just listen. This sounds sincere and intelligent. My request may sound unimportant to you, but to me it means the very breath of life.
Oh, breath of life. Oh, please let me sleep, and I'll personally send him a box of breath.
I have devoted my past years to perfecting a secret process, the product of which can make me independent for life. The necessary capital is very slight. I have always maintained my pride, but reluctantly at this point I must swallow my pride and throw myself on your mercy. Should you see fit to bestow upon me the warmth and generosity of your heart, I shall bless you the remaining days of my life. And one day I shall repay you tenfold. Humbly yours, Oliver Timothy Westcott. I wonder what his product is.
Oh, no, Margie. I've never seen it to fail. A feminine curiosity. Now, you won't rest until you've found out just what he was talking about, will you?
Well, he's too intelligent and sincere to be a crank. And he did say he'd pay me back tenfold. Tomorrow I get my allowance.
You always have to learn the hard way. Yes, tomorrow morning you get your allowance.
Night, Dad.
Good night, dear. No. Hello.
Mr. Albright, this is Freddie.
What do you want it for in the morning?
Would you run in the living room and see if I left my hat in there?
What did I ever do to deserve this? What did I ever do?
Good morning, fair one. And what can this humble servant do for his lovely landlady on this bright a.m.?
This humble servant can pack up and get out of here.
But, my dear lady, you must have faith. I'll soon have a supply of the secret ingredients of my wonderful perfume. Then I shall pay you every penny of the back rent I owe you.
Perfume? Who do you think you're kidding?
But, my dear lady, I assure you.
You're showing me what? Your secret ingredients. Rye, barley.
I make perfume. That's my story, and I am sticking to it. Here, have a sample of my wonderful product.
You ain't fooling me anymore with that real bottle of perfume gag. You're behind on your rent. And besides, I don't want no trouble with the cops.
Yeah,
You've got to scram.
I've got friends, and I assure you, I'll get my ingredients and...
I know all about your friends. They won't stake you anymore. Because as soon as you start bringing the dough in, you start gambling. You got till noon.
Well, took a full list to find out you were not a perfume machine. Empties. Nothing but empties.
Hello, I'm Box 77, Herald News.
Welcome, welcome. Come in, do. Come right in. Yes, sir. You look exactly like I knew you'd look. An angel.
I'm an associate angel. Freddie Wilson's the name. This is Margie Albright.
I am honored.
I'm very anxious to learn about products, Mr. Westcott.
Oh, please, call me Oliver. My product. Here's a small sample.
Smells like perfume.
Perfume? My boy, this is not simply perfume. This is a wonderful perfume. You know, for a few dollars worth of ingredients, I can make this by the jugful. You know, they sell this in the retail stores at $25 an ounce. But with my process, I can afford to deliver this to the dealers for a mere $2 per quart. Now, can you imagine the fantastic proportions that this venture might reach?
Could we have a word in private?
Why, certainly.
Margie, if this guy's on the level, this thing could be bigger than even he thinks. Does that stuff really smell like the expensive stuff?
Yes, it does.
So your father doesn't think I'll amount to anything, huh? Margie, from here on in, I'm doing the talking.
Well, now, wait, Freddie. I'm not looking for a business venture. I just want to help him.
That's just swell, but it never hurts to help yourself and help someone else at the same time. Come on. Tell you what, Oliver, we might just be interested in making a little merger.
Well, thank you. You're an angel, that's what you are. You're just a little angel. How much money have you got?
$100?
Well, splendid. That ought to give us a fair start. I'll tell you what we... Oh, dear.
What's the matter?
My landlady. She has no faith in me whatsoever. She considers me a nuisance. I've got to move.
Oh. Well, I'll give you some money anyway, and...
Just a second. If all he needs is a place to work, I think we can take care of that. Your service porch.
Oh, I don't know, Freddie. What about my father?
Well, Margie, who was it who said he was all for you taking an interest in charity?
That's right. It was his idea, basically. And as soon as Oliver gets on his feet, he moved to a real laboratory. Oh, I'm sure it'll be all right with Dad.
Bless you, bless your heart. Come on, partner. We have some dismantling to do. What a day. What a wonderful day. Well, did you ever see anything like that before?
Only an old-time gas heater.
Oh, it's a real gasser, all right.
Margie, this is ridiculous. You know there's not room for another person to move in with us.
Well, it'll only be until he gets established, Dad.
No, he's got to go. Of all things, perfume.
There. 1 hour from now, you'll be bubbling with that good old Mountain Dew.
Dad, all he wants is a break.
This is a home, not a factory.
Is this your idea of charity?
Charity is one thing, but upsetting our home is another thing.
Please, Dad, just for a few days. Oliver says he'll start making money in a matter of hours.
He's got to go, and when he comes in here, I'm going to tell him so.
Margie, we are practically in business.
Wait till Dad tells you about the shortest lease in history.
Well, Mr. Albright, this is a pleasure, sir, a pleasure. You know, I've been waiting all day to meet you.
How do you do? Now, there's something I want to tell you.
I'm way ahead of you.
You are?
Oh, yes. Margie already told me that you were an investment counselor. Well, counselor, if you want in, it's all right with us. We let you in.
No. No, you don't understand.
Oh, yes, I do. With the meager information I gave Margie and Freddie, you have figured out that the profits in this little venture will be roughly 600%.
600%?
Oh, of course, that's the minimum.
You mean for every dollar we put in, we'll get $6 back?
Oh, that sounds small-scale production only. But if and when we go into big production, we will no doubt make 1,000%.
Dad, about Oliver leaving.
Who said anything about Oliver leaving?
Oh, I'll answer it. Probably my secret ingredients. Excuse me.
600%. 1,000%. I tell you, Margie, there's nothing like charity.
Ah, Freddie, my boy. There he is. There's the old boy, right on the dot, son, right on the dot. Well, son, here we are.
I brought everything you asked for, Oliver, and covered it up just like you said.
Fine, Freddie, my lad, fine. Now, remember, son, our secret ingredients must be kept strictly secret. We won't even tell Margie or her father.
Right. Freddie.
That's the boy. That's it. There we are.
Say, Oliver,
Mm-hmm, yes?
has anybody ever made perfume out of rye and barley before?
My boy, believe me, never before in the history of the world.
Hi, Mr. Albright.
Hiya, Freddie, my lad. I understand you sort of had a hand in bringing about all of us coming here.
Whatever happens, you can give me the credit.
Well, how much perfume are you going to make?
Mr. Albright, when I make perfume, I make perfume. Everything's all right? I always wanted to do this on Park Avenue. Smells like a distillery. I'll fix that. Yeah, who is it?
Oliver, there's a man in the living room to see you.
A man? What's his name?
I don't know, but he said to tell you Louis sent him.
Ooh, Louis. Good old Louis. He got my message. All right, Margie, I'll be right there. Well, Charlie, will you have the small economy size or the large economy size?
A large one.
Fine, fine. See you later, son.
Oliver,
Yes, Mr. Albright.
that man, he hardly looks like the type to be buying perfume.
Oh, that is the secret of our success. It's the first time in history that $25 an ounce perfume is within the reach of the average man at $2 a quart.
What does anyone want with a quart of perfume?
That's a fair question. Now, let me ask you one. What does anybody want with an ounce of perfume?
Well, women like it to make themselves smell nice.
Well, a quart will make them smell nicer.
Dad, why should we care what the customers look like or how much they buy?
Just curious, honey. Mr. Honeywell and I have a client who might just go for a deal like this on a tremendous scale. Just wanted to find out as much as possible.
A client? Do you mean that Mr. Slauson you've been talking about?
Well, this sounds like more good news.
Oliver, if Slauson comes in on it, you can start selling it by tank cars.
What do you think of me now, Mr. Albright?
You're all right, Freddie, my lad. You're all right.
Don't forget, Margie had something to do with this, too.
Good.
I know my boy Albright would come up with something that you'd go for. Sounds fantastic.
I didn't believe it myself until we had the sample bottle analyzed.
And what was the report? Worth every cent of $25 an ounce. And this fella can sell it for $2 a quart and still make a profit.
600%, and that's minimum. I saw it with my own eyes. Why, he took in $300 in 24 hours, and he was working from a service porch.
Why, gentlemen, if this is 1/10 as good as it sounds, we'll go into mass production at once. Why, it'll revolutionize the perfume business.
Why, there'll be millions in it.
Well, it's all set, partner. You put up the capital, and we'll split 3 ways. Let's go over Albright's and make a deal with this Oliver West.
Hello? Hi, Louis. What? Cops? Thanks, Louis.
Hi, Oliver. We got the empty bottles for you.
Sorry, Margie, but something dreadful has come up.
What's happened?
Sickness in the family. It's really a case of life and death. I have to leave town. For all your kindness, dear, the business is yours. Goodbye.
Oliver, wait!
I'll take the stairs. Goodbye.
That was certainly fast.
I don't get it.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Dad.
Honey, this is Mr. Slauson, my daughter Margie, and Mr. Wilson.
Hi.
How do you do, Mr. Slauson? Nice to know you.
I'm happy to know both of you. Now, where's the genius?
Dad, something very strange happened. Oliver's gone.
Gone?
Yes, he said something had happened and he had to leave.
He said Margie and I could have everything.
Well, how about that? Now everything belongs to me.
All right, we've already talked a deal, and I own as much as you. Now, wait a minute. If you two think you're cutting me out, you're quite mistaken.
If I may inject a thought, gentlemen, Oliver left everything to us.
You shut up.
It does belong to Freddie and me.
You listen to me, Margie, all right?
You go around and cover the back. I'll drop in like I'm a customer.
It belongs to Freddie and me, and that's all there is to it.
Now, you come back here.
Hold it, Albright. Let her go. When she realizes how much farther we can all go with my money, and then she'll come around. I think he's got something, all right. What we've got to be careful of is keeping this undercover until we get the patent.
Yes?
Hi. Could a fella get a little something in the bar around here?
Sure. Come on in.
Here you're really turning it out by the gallon.
That's right.
Could I have a word with you, Albright?
Sure. What is it?
As I was saying about keeping it a secret, now this fella talks like he's heard something. Let's find out how much he knows.
You mean maybe he wants to buy in on it?
We can't take any chances. Now, just how much do you know about this?
Well, just about everything. So you might as well tell me the whole story.
Oliver would have to lock it.
If we can just hide the ingredients, they won't know how to make the stuff without us.
You're darn tootin'. That doesn't smell like perfume.
Smells like antifreeze.
What? Rye and barley.
What an amazing process, making perfume out of those things.
Holy mackerel. Freddie Wilson, you lunkhead. You've made us into a couple of bootleggers.
What? Let's get out of
Oh,
here.
wait. Mr. Honeywell, Mr. Slauson, Mr. Albright want to cut in, right?
So?
So let's give them the business.
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly what would you like to know, my friend?
Well, first, who owns the deal that's turning the stuff out?
As a matter of fact, the three of us are in it together.
Come to the point. Do you want to buy in?
Well, I might be interested, but first I'd like to see it.
I don't know, gentlemen. It might be the more the merrier. I like this fellow's face. It's honest.
Well, thanks.
All right, let's go.
Dad, Freddie and I have decided to step completely out of the picture.
It's all yours, the three of you.
Why, that's wonderful of you.
Have fun.
Just a minute.
Yes?
Sorry, but nobody leave.
What do you mean?
Police.
Mr. Albright, please, forget about that credit I wanted.
Sorry, friends. Now let's have that little peek, huh?
I smell alcohol.
I always knew you had a little too much mountaineer in you, Albright.
Bootleggers. Now, question again. Who owns the still?
He
does. Now, look, if I don't get a little cooperation around here, I'm liable to blow my top.